Good morning, YTPC. Affiliate Piper Mike here. It's Thursday, May 27th. 66 degrees, going up to 82. Beautiful sunny morning. Nice and cool, a lot cooler than it was the last couple days. Got really hot yesterday. It was like 90, 91. Then had some severe thunderstorms that came in and cooled everything down. Today I am smoking my newly acquired Castello C-Rock Group G fumed bent billiard, I guess you would call it. It's a big one. It's a nice big pipe. It's beautiful. It's got a little bit of diamond shank on it. Check that out. It's nice. I sold my Ladoon, and this is what I got with some of the proceeds. I'm gonna buy a Radice as well, because that's how much I basically got for it. This and a Radice, but I haven't found one that I really like yet. That I don't have a pipe that's similar. I have a lot of the similar styles of the Radices, so I'm looking for either a Canadian. I have a Lavat, but I'm just gonna be patient and wait. And also, I am using my James Stumpo honey pot tamper. This thing is freaking awesome. He sent me one that's got this like gloss finish, and then one that's just like a natural. Really neat. I mean, it's got like rounded top, real awesome. It's got a real wide bottom. I had saw Ganjuana. He was using one, I think in the VR he did, and I was like, dude, that tamper's awesome. Where'd you get that tamper? And he's like, oh, James Stumpo. So I tracked him down, and I contacted him to purchase a couple. I'm like, hey, can I buy a couple tampers from you? He's like, what's your address? I gave my address. I'm like, what's your PayPal? He's like, no, I don't want any money. I'm like, what? I'm like, that's ridiculous. Like, I gotta pay you. You got time, materials, shipping. He's like, no need. So he sent me that. And this other, like tamper scoop made out of some sort of it's weird, like a polymer or something. Some sort of like synthetic material. But I love this thing. I used it yesterday. I mean, it looks amazing. It's just like, and I just love how wide it is. Just awesome. So James, thank you so much, brother. This thing's awesome. I love it. Definitely my new favorite. So I put one at home, one in the car. And in this new pipe today, I am smoking some Peterson Flake, which was the old Dunhill Flake. Which is one of my favorite straight Virginias. I feel like I'm a broken record. Like, I'm on my favorite. I mean, they're all my favorites. Like, I don't say that just to say it. Like, all these blends that I've gone through so far, I stock a ton of. I sell it deep. I have a ton of tins of Dunhill Flake. A couple tins of the Dunhill Flake, and I have a bunch of tins of the Peterson Flake. Funny enough, before it went out of production from Dunhill, I had never got my hands on any of the light flake or whatever you want to call it. Every time I tried to go buy it, it was sold out, and I just never did. So when it went out, I was like, you know what, I got to try this before it becomes crazy expensive, or before I don't have the opportunity to. So I bought a couple tins of the Dunhill off somebody, and I didn't open them. I just let them sit and figured I would try them at some point, let them age a bit, and then Peterson came back out. So I bought a bunch of them. But yeah, really good. Just just your typical mild light Virginia. It's like a lot of the Peterson blends or Dunhill blends. Just like the deluxe Navy rolls, it's like there's not one thing that like stands out, but it's just really well blended, and it's just one of those great blends. But I gotta say, this bowl, I love it. It's. I mean, I think the bowl, the chamber depth is 2 inches. It's like 1.92 inches. So you can pack a pretty substantial amount of tobacco in here. And God, got a tickle in my throat. And smoke it. Like I packed this thing yesterday. And I smoked it for 2 hours, and I still had a good amount of tobacco left. But I even smoked it after dinner. I usually smoke a bowl, in the afternoon, and then I'll smoke a bowl after dinner. But I didn't even have to do that. There's still so much left. So this is going to be good. It's going to be good for the road trip up to Lancaster Archery I was talking about this weekend. I'll be able to pack this bowl. I mean, not that I couldn't pack any of my bowls and make it last. It's only an hour away, but I could pack this thing and smoke it the whole day. Up and back. But I'm really loving this fumed look. I almost pulled the trigger on a fumed Canadian that a Castello that I kind of wish I did. I do really like you see it online and you're like, it looks cool. But when you see it in person, it really is it's an awesome finish. That fumed black top with the red base. Really digging it. So I finally heard from Parsimonious Piper. He finally shot me his info, so I'm still waiting to hear from Mark from Tobacco Pipes International to get his info, and then I can get that stuff squared away. And I contacted, sent Amir a message and about some of the blends. I found a big, I don't know how much it is, I'd have to weigh it, but there's a big, I think it's a 32 ounce, big jar, big ball jar, it's like that big, just stuffed with early morning pipe that I bought bulk from like 2018. when I smoked that every day. You know, that used to be my everyday morning smoke. And now I don't smoke Englishes, but both him and somehow I don't know how I screwed up, but John DeSanto, which is I think DJ Santo or DJ Santo, I think, on YouTube. He wanted to buy, like I said, 13 blends from me, and somehow I think I sent some blends to somebody else, because I sent 6 blends of the ones that he wanted, and then a couple of the other ones that he wanted I don't have, and then some I forgot. I must have just like going back and forth between email and YouTube, and you know, there was just some confusion on my end of how many blends he wanted. So I reached out last night. I was like, these are the blends I have. I think there's only a couple, like an esoterica, that I don't have. So I was like, you know, here are the blends I do have. You want to pick something else? Here's the remaining blends I have, and I'll get them out to him. And then Amir is going to buy some other ones from me. So he was going to buy a tin of early morning pipe, and then what I had left in early morning pipe. But John also wanted an early morning pipe, so I'm going to split that. I'm going to give John, you know, some of that little jar that he had paid for, and then see if Amir wants to get that giant stockpile of early morning pipe. I'd like to get all that stuff in the mail, but tomorrow's going to be the last day, so unless I get everything, I don't know if it's going to happen this week, just because I'm still waiting for that. So I'd like to make one trip. I'm still waiting for some people for Mark to give me his info. Then I got to package everything up and put everything in Mylar bags, and it's I'll probably just do it this weekend and then get it off on Tuesday, since Monday's a holiday. So but when I messaged Amir, it was like, I don't know, 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock at night, which is like, you know, probably like 4 o'clock in the morning over there. Actually, it might even be like early the next day. I forget what the time. It might be like 10, 12 hours. Because when he's on the virtual pipe club, when it's like 2 o'clock here Eastern Standard Time, I think he said it's 3 o'clock in the morning there. So I think it's like 2 o'clock. I think it might be 12 hours ahead in Malaysia. Crazy. It's crazy that he, props to him that he actually, like, he's on there every week. I mean, I haven't stayed up past midnight in like 5 years. I'm just an old fart. I would go to bed at 11 o'clock and I'm up at 5 o'clock, and it's like clockwork. Literally every time. I don't even make it to New Year's. And I have no desire to. I love getting up early in the morning. Like, I'd rather get up at 5 o'clock and be able to sit out on the porch, watch the sunrise, listen to the birds. I mean, that's what it's all about right there. Nothing better than a beautiful morning, watching the sun come up, smoking a pipe, drinking a nice cup of coffee. It's all you need in life. Anyway, guys, I've rambled on enough. Dunhill, Peterson Flake, super good quality, straight Virginia. If you haven't tried it, give it a try. Much lighter than the Dark Flake. Dark Flake is a pretty strong blend, flavor-wise. But if you like straight Virginias, I'm sure you'll like this if you haven't tried it. We got one more day till the 3-day weekend. my kids are off school tomorrow. They have a 4-day weekend, lucky them. My oldest son's going down the shore with my mother-in-law. He's leaving today, so even luckier for him. He gets to hang out all weekend down the shore. I don't know how good the weather's going to cooperate, but it's still nice being down there with all his cousins. Anyway, guys, hope you guys have a great day. Talk to you guys on the next one. And remember, the left lane is for passing. See you guys.